Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that and hit the notification bell. Today, y'all, we are going to be watching what be going on behind closed doors at some of these churches. Now, no judgment towards anyone or anybody who go to any of these facilities. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. But boy, oh boy, wait till y'all hear some of these stories. I will be back with my commentary towards the end.
Y'all, I'm watching this new TikTok series about this girl named Destiny. She was the side chick to a pastor. Ended up attending the church and all with the wife there. Mind you, she had a fiance. And she got pregnant by the pastor. She ended up having an abortion, but it was crazy, y'all. Y'all need to watch. And then she ended up telling one of the churchgoers, she spilled the beans and told one of the churchgoers that she was having an affair with the pastor. So I'm up to the part where the pastor is about to find out, and I'm clutching my pearls because it's just like, what? This is juicy as hell. Y'all need to watch it. Watch it, I'm telling y'all. And then we gonna come back and we gonna talk about it.
We will meet up at, and that's where we will be for the amount of time that we would be there for. Now, one time he sent me this location, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to go to a hotel or whatever. I get there, cause I called an Uber there. So I get there, I'm trying to pull up. It's the crib. It's the house. Like, it's the house where the wife be taking pictures in front of when she be posting her pictures. I go in there, got, I am in love with you, you set me free, I can't, love songs playing, okay? Walk in there, take me downstairs to take my coat off, my shoes off, everything, you know, downstairs first. Cause it wasn't really like a basement, but it was like a, I'm not gonna say basement, but the way that the house was set up in Jersey, it was just like a floor, another level below us, but it wasn't like a basement, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, took off my stuff down there, and then we came upstairs to the living room. So we just chilling, talking. He got the love songs playing on the TV. We just talking, and then we start making out, and then, you know what? And then I wind up leaving like 2 hours later. Y'all, I couldn't believe he brought me to the crib where they lay their head at. Like, this where the wife lay her head at. Like, this where the kids lay their head at.
Alright, y'all, I'm in the bathroom cleaning, but Destiny took the videos down. There were like 13, 15 parts. She took them all down. In one of the parts, she was talking about how the pastor was a Mason and he threatened her before. He said that bad things would happen to her, that he has people who could hurt her. So I'm assuming he got wind, or the wife got wind of the videos and she was threatened. So she took them all down. So we will stay tuned on this story. If she puts them back up, I will let y'all know, okay?
So from what I could gather, the reason why she was telling her side of the story, because this is a screenshot on her page of the wife doing her own version of the story, where she left out a lot of details that made it seem like she was the reason for the divorce. When in reality, the pastor's wife started off as a side piece her damn self. He had been married and had 2 kids with his original wife. He was cheating. He got her pregnant. He divorced his wife and married her, the new divorced wife. Anyways, so the husband had lied on her and made it seem like they were doing the cheating back when she was doing the hair and not when she became a member of the church. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I usually have screenshots and all that other stuff, but I didn't think she was going to take it down before I woke up. She actually took full responsibility. She got sick and tired of the pastor doing sermons on her, and she wasn't going to the church anymore, and it was still getting back to her. And people were talking about what she did at other churches, and she was mad because the pastor had slept with multiple other women in the church prior to her and after her, and also the wife was also cheating. She ended up cheating on him with the pastor's married best friend.
but you're not going to fit me in the box. Whatever you do as a Christian or believer, don't let nobody put you in the box. God didn't place you on earth just to go to church.
That's the pastor, y'all, and whatever he's talking about, I do not believe him.
Get me off this damn.
You ain't paid me my money. You ain't paid me my money. I'll get you off this camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125. You know the drill. How many times a week we meet up, Joe? This time? This time, really? You think we finna? No, I'm sorry. Your wife gonna see this. Your wife is gonna see this. Pay me my money or get a divorce. Which one is gonna be?
Get me off that damn.
Which one is it gonna be?
Get me off that damn.
She's gonna know.
Get me off that damn.
3-4 times a week he here, y'all. You ain't paid me my money. I'll get you off this camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125.
Came on to be transparent. And as simple as this, I messed up. This has been a really, really hard few days. But I struggled. And the struggle didn't just begin. You know, the struggle has been a struggle. And the conviction has been great. And many times people don't know how to accept the struggle of a leader or the struggle of the pastor, you know, and they take the human and the man out of the pastor, out of the bishop, out of the apostle, out of the prophet. I didn't address what should have been addressed in my life, you know, and you all seen it. I don't have to recap it. You know, you seen the video, you know, but other people will paint a picture of you to be the worst person in the world because of a failure. I want to take my responsibility. That's my public statement. I want to take my responsibility and I want to repent before God. I want to take off my title and take off my hat and take off all the articulations of my duties. And I want to repent to the people who God has entrusted in my hands. And I want to repent to my leaders, my pastor, my bishop.
Last video was be careful when trusting a man. This story is be careful when trusting a woman. So my family grew up in this church and like we've been going there for like generations. And my grandma was best friends with the church lady, wife of the pastor. Now she was dying of cancer and she told my grandma, he's cheating on me and I know it. It's obvious. She passes away, unfortunately. Who comes into the church with a new woman 2 weeks later? The pastor. And it's crazy because this is one of those kind of churches where all the women were trying to get with the pastor, and like after the main lady died, they were all over him. Everybody was bringing him food and he brought this new woman in, so all of the other like church ladies like didn't like her immediately because they were like, I want him, I should be with him. And it's crazy because the church secretary, she was sleeping with him. He told her that he was going to leave the wife, but he never did. And so she actually passed away, and it was of a broken heart. It was literally labeled as like of a broken heart because he came in with this new lady. So she passed away, R.I.P. her. So not only did the ladies of the church not like her, but my grandma didn't like her and the pastor's kids hated her. And she was like low-key, I don't want to say evil, but she wasn't a good vibe. Even me knowing her now. So this woman basically broke up him and his children's relationship, but he also tarnished it himself because why were you cheating on their dying mother? But fast forward many years later, like the children barely even talk to him now. I know y'all hate this knife. If you want me to get a new knife, 7 people cash at me $1, I'll get a new knife. The pastor was a healthy man who you wouldn't expect to get sick. And so the children hated him, but they would come back on a few occasions. The last time that one of the kids actually got to see him, he said to him, if anything happens to me, it was her. But they were like, what do you mean? Like, and he just never explained. Another one of the kids walked in one time and saw her preparing his plate. And she opened a secret compartment in the cabinet, pulled out a silver can, and sprinkled dust onto the food. And she said to her, she was like, what's that? And she was like, oh, it's just my little special ingredient. Like, it just makes the food taste better. And she was like, okay. Fast forward many years later, gotta do a part 2. They took away the 10-minute option.
Y'all, why y'all ain't tell me the tea about this pastor right here? Mind you, this should happen like 2 weeks ago, going on 3 weeks ago. Why nobody let me know? Y'all, anyways, this is Pastor McGregor. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. He was accused of allegedly scamming his church out of more money than what he actually needed. And the money was to build a driveway, y'all. Now, I'm going to tag the page below where y'all can go and watch the full videos of them having the meeting. But y'all, they were trying to have a meeting and he disturbed the meeting because he didn't want them to have a meeting about him and how they wanted him to get the freak out the church. This is wild. Now, y'all, this is a breakdown of what happened. So they're saying allegedly $32,800 of concrete work, but we got a second opinion and it's only $20,000 worth of concrete work. They went on to say that the parking lot looks horrible, and yeah, let me show y'all how the parking lot look, y'all. Now, this is the parking lot before they got finished, and this is the parking lot after. This does not look like almost $40,000 worth of concrete work. I ain't no landscaper, but bitch, I got sense. Okay, the math ain't mathin'. Then y'all, this was these not these. This was the receipt that the ex-pastor provided. You can see where it says $32,800 for wood, tractor, labor, and after finishing the job, everything will be left clean. So they was going to clean up when they were done. But y'all, this is the estimate that he gave the finance director at the church. You can see that it says $24,532. Also, y'all, here's another invoice of the $32,800 that the pastor requested. That's given a scam because that picture, once again, does not look like $32,000, damn near $4,000 worth of work. Now, y'all, this is the pastor page, right? That's him. That's him. That's his son, his younger son. He has his comments off because he knew exactly what's going on. And then he want to be on some LaShondra stuff. And now he's quoting Bible scriptures every time he get on TikTok and making up little rhymes about God and singing songs. Sir, where the fuck that money at? Then y'all, to put some icing on the cake, this is his ex, allegedly his ex daughter-in-law. She spilled the tea, and like I said, I'm gonna tag the page below so y'all can go watch all the videos on her page. But she spilled the tea and said that when she was with the pastor's son, like almost 15 years ago, back in like 2008, 2009, she witnessed the pastor step out on the wife and get an underage girl, like 17, 18, pregnant. Mind you, he was 57 at the time. He took the girl to Mexico, married the girl in Mexico, and yeah, I believe her. I don't give a fuck. Because she also said that when she did used to visit his church in Alabama, because she knew everything. Like, there's no way she's making this shit up because she knew all of the locations and she remembered everything vividly. Watch the videos for yourself and then y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. But bitch, when she went to his church in Alabama with her then husband at the time, the Pastor McGregor, how do we say his name? He passed the offering plate around twice, and then he told the church that that's not enough. He need more money. She also said that she witnessed him go to the back of the church to count the money and put some of the money allegedly in his wife's purse, who was now his wife now, in his wife's purse, and basically took some of the money home. Yeah. It's bad. This is why people don't go to church no more, because the churches are fraudulent. There is no way that a pastor is able to buy a fucking jet from Tyler Perry. Not him, but that other pastor. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Make it make sense. There is no way Joel Osteen is able to make that much money and he don't want to open the doors of his church to people during a hurricane. And then when they know that they are accused of shit, they want to come on here and act like they're just so family oriented and just, you know, spreading love and light. Where the fuck that money at, sir?
I am the pastor here. I am the pastor here. I am a man of God. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Living Lewison and lie. I'm not turning. I'm not turning. Did the officer leave? Did the officer leave? I turned the meeting shut down. The meeting is closed. The meeting is shut down. We will see you in court. The meeting is shut down.
I make a motion that we vote to dismiss.
The meeting is shut down. We will see you in court.
Mega Pastor Joel Osteen found out the hard way that hiding his dark secrets will come at a cost. There are two sides to every story, but there's only one backstory. Joel Osteen saunters into his local Apple store for the new iPhone 14 upgrade. He is greeted by an employee that has a less than pleasing demeanor. The disgruntled man leans nonchalantly over the counter with a hint of sarcasm in his greeting. Next, and how may I help you? Joel noticed his disapproving glare but ignored him. I have an appointment. I'm here for my upgrade. What's your phone number, sir? Once Joel offered his personal information, Jeremy examined his iPad. He quickly perked up. His words were a jumbled mess. Phone, leave. Leave your phone. It would take about 15 minutes. Okay, be back in 20. Jeremy watched Pastor Osteen exit the store. He moved as quick as his feet would allow, sprinting to the back room. Jeremy's eyes widened with enthusiasm. His hands grazed over his keypad. He pulled up the site, supernovahackers.com. The website housed elite global hackers. He began to type. Hey, I got a big fish. How much? I want $50K. Whose phone is it? I can't talk now. Clone the phone and I'll send you a cashier's check for $50K. Thanks. Jeremy stared at the phone. Doubt had doused his enthusiasm like a wet blanket on a cold day. Later that evening, Mike, the hacker, began downloading the content from Joe's phone. Like a deer mesmerized by headlights, he paused, grazing over extremely sensitive information in Joe's phone. This is fucking Joel Osteen's phone. My God. Weeks later, Joel sat in his office after a lengthy day of service. The door swung open. Joel's smile was like looking into a blistering sun, warm but intimidating. Welcome. Hello, Brother Mike. Mike, the hacker, stood graciously in front of the mega pastor. Mike had been a member of Joel's church for years. What can I do for you, Mike? Mike had an ache in his belly. His voice was shaky, but he held firm. I need to talk to you. Sure, you having an issue with your faith? No, but I think you are. Mike lifted his phone, just barely reaching Joel's eyeline. Joel quietly closed the door. Where did you get that? You're a sick man, Pastor. I sit in that pew week after week hearing your pathetic pleas to the common man to fix their lives, but you're the broken one. Lower your voice. What do you want? Mike strutted around the room as proud as a peacock. I want $5 million. What profits a man to gain the whole world? Yeah, I know, and lose his soul. You profit and you damn sure don't have a soul, Osteen. Everybody has a price. You got 24 hours.
I knew Joel wasn't right with the Lord when he refused to open up his church doors to those Hurricane Harvey victims. 16,000 people could fit in his church, and he refused to open his doors. Well, if you can't go to church, Joel, where the hell can you go? But also, when this news broke, do y'all remember when this happened? 2014, they made an insurance claim. Lakewood made an insurance claim that someone broke into their church and stole $600,000. $600,000 from the church safe, right? And then later it was recovered by a plumber in the walls. Well, if you don't remember, let me remind you.
Robbery case. Listeners called into the Bull Morning radio show in Texas to talk about the things of value they've come across by accident. People were saying, I found $20 in the couch cushion or $50 on the pavement. And then a plumber called in to say that he found 500 envelopes of cash hidden in the walls of a church.
I was doing some plumbing work at the Lakewood church, and I discovered their money in the wall that was stolen back in 2014.
Whoa, wait, what do you mean? How much money?
$600,000 was stolen in 2014.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, that story topped all the other callers. Someone stole that money from the church safe, only for it to be found stashed in the walls 7 years later. The unanswered question is, why did no one come back for the cash? And it was only found when they were, cutting the drywall in the bathroom for a renovation.
Right, and a lot of us know Lakewood Church there in Texas is televangelist Joel Osteen's church. And so he is known, all over the world. And there's a lot of negative connotation with mega church pastors and televangelists. So this story sort of took that angle as it relates to him. But if someone stole it and then put it in the wall, you got to kind of be careful about how you frame that in connection with the church. But
now, why in tarnation would someone break into their church, steal $600,000 and put it in the wall? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Why was this never investigated? But anyway, like I said, I knew someone right with him way back when. I ain't really a fan of none of these people, but I used to read his books back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I did read a couple of his books. I think it was like Every Day or Friday or whatever. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. So whatever. Charge to my head and not my heart.
I hope you guys could enjoy that content. One of the reasons I uploaded this is because I think it's really, really important for us to practice non-judgment, and then also keep in mind that people that you might idolize are put above everybody else. Keep in mind that they might not be who you always think they are. You know, I have studied like theology and like religion and just different practices for a really long time. And you would just be surprised if you watch documentaries, if you do studying, and you just kind of see what really goes on behind closed doors of some of these practices and facilities. You would be surprised. Your eyes will be real deal awakened and opened, you know. So I definitely encourage people to like look into the people who you follow, look into their establishments, look into people who have reviews about what they experience going to that church or following that leader. Like, you know, don't idolize anybody. You should always individually, in my opinion, have a relationship with God yourself. First thing first. Then if you, of course, want to go to church or whatever religious practice that you practice, that's fine. Whatever leaders that you want advice from or mentorship from, that's fine. But definitely individually, I feel like your spiritual journey should be with you and God alone. Then, of course, like I said, everything else comes after that. But that's just my opinion. Have y'all ever had any bad experiences when it comes to this? This is just a small percentage of these videos. There's so many. And I even know somebody individually with their own personal story that they had with a religious leader. But you know, this kind of stuff happens all the time. But let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll see y'all on the next one.